This is Co-op HD1 HD3 Hornsby, radio for people, not for profit. Welcome to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Each week, we explore how your library is more than books. The library is knowledge, technology, and inspiration for our community. Hello, and welcome to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show with your host, Kanya Lyons, and
me, Michael Weeds.
And today on the show, we have Kalila Magnum, who works at the Menchaca Road branch. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about her job as an administrative assistant.
And just more background about herself and some of her daily activities at the Menchaca branch.
And then after we kind of do a little bit about her background, we're going to listen to an audio clip about some youth programs at the Menchaca Road branch. And then we're going to come back to our discussion with Kalila, and she's going to tell us about her a little bit more about the Menchaca Road and the services that are offered there. And then at the very end, we're going to talk about her summer reading, which is a graphic novel series called Preacher.
That's right. Recently, I think they just finished last year, first season on AMC TV series, and about to go into the second season. So that'll be fun to talk about. But right off the bat, let's talk to Kalila.
Hi.
Kalila, hi. Welcome to the show. Great.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Coming here.
So where are you from originally?
I am born and raised San Antonio.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Texan through and through.
Yeah, I'm very proud to be from there. I've been in Austin now for 8 years.
San Antonio is a really special place. You were telling me about the Enchilada, the downtown library there.
Yeah, I have fond memories of being a library user at a very young age. I actually... that's how I learned to use the Via bus system in San Antonio. I would sometimes skip class and take Via bus all the way downtown to the beloved Enchilada, this amazing downtown library. Sorry, Dad, that happened.
You could have been doing a lot worse.
And it was I just thought it was wonderful. It was just full of imagination, and I could find whatever I wanted. I mean, it's like 5 stories, and I could just get lost in there, and I thought it was great. I still do.
Let's talk about what you keep calling it, the enchilada.
Can you
explain that?
It's the color. You really can't miss it. Red sauce, Adobe
like a
style.
Roja sauce.
Yeah, when you look at it, it'll make sense.
So as a kid, you thought that's enchiladas.
Well, that was just what it was called, I guess. I think
right
I just
on.
absorbed that phrase without really knowing why. And then when I grew up, I thought, oh, okay. As a kid, I didn't really question it. I just said, okay, yes, enchilada.
Enchilada
and then it
with
just
books.
became,
You're like, maybe I wasn't after books the whole time. I was just really hungry.
I was drawn to it for some reason.
So I used to go to the library as a kid too, and I also would be like, take me there so I can do my homework, and then I would read books and not do my homework. And so I think that a lot of people who end up working at the library kind of have that sort of near obsessive relationship with the library in their childhood. Do you find, like, what inspired you to want to work for the library? Was it
Well, I needed a career change, and drawing back from my old love of books and working at bookstores for a long time, and I used to work at I Love Video for a year, so slinging videos. So I really value the dynamic of people that come into a setting like that, and just the idea of borrowing and lending, and I just wanted to be a part of that again. And also, I love being involved with the public and helping people. I think that's something that comes naturally for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've been in Austin how long then?
8 years.
You came from San Antonio to here?
Oh, gosh. I left San Antonio when I was 16. I moved to Colorado for 3 years, and then I moved to San Diego for 2 years. So I technically moved from California.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when you went out to Colorado, was that in your adult life or as a kid?
Yeah, from 16 to 19, I went to go live with my dad, finish high school, do a little bit of college. Definitely a culture shock from coming from a huge city like San Antonio to a very small mountain town of 7,000.
What was the library like there?
You know what? I didn't even go to the library there. It escaped my mind. I know. I'll be honest. We did outdoor stuff. In Colorado, you stay outdoors and do outdoorsy things. That was just kind of the norm. Yeah. So I definitely explored some of my other activities and yeah,
That's cool.
that way.
You know, it's funny. I worked at Vulcan Video, and a few people that work at the library also used to work at Vulcan Video. I think it's
cool.
like there's something about that sort of interaction, like you said, with the materials and such. I don't know.
That was a great job. I love that job.
Oh yeah.
Super fun. I think some people think that those of us that work in the library just spend all day long reading books, which I wish that was my job.
I know. I get that a lot. You
It's
like
a
to read.
shame.
It's like customer service is number one. It's like, like if you can just treat people kindly and help them find things, that's what we need most.
Yeah, definitely.
Great if you love books, but really we need people who can help people.
So
Right.
if you're just joining us, this is Kalila Magnum, and we are talking about the Menchaca Road branch and libraries in general on coop.org and Co-op 91.7 FM. This is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. So what kinds of, I guess changes have you seen at the Menchaca Road branch in the last couple of years? Have there been any, changes in programming or book collection or anything that you've noticed?
It's really grown. One thing I've noticed, the new customers that come in are from everywhere, really. It's one thing that I've noticed from all over the United States, from out of the country, coming to Austin. So there's definitely that boom and diversity. And the collection is always fresh. We're always getting the most really new and exciting books all the time. There's always something that catches my eye, or new movies coming out. So I really enjoy that, and our customers do too. It excites them, the new items coming in.
Do you find that your audience at that particular branch are pretty vocal about letting you know what they want, what's missing from your branch?
Yes, definitely. That definitely happens a lot. Where I notice you don't have this, or they bring something to my attention that I didn't before realize, and I'll let them know that you can suggest books online, and so they really value that service too from the library.
And then you guys are right there by Crockett High School?
By Crockett High School and across from ACC.
Yeah, so you've got a plethora of students around. I mean, are you guys getting hit up a lot by them trying to find volumes they can't find in their own libraries at school?
Yeah, and we also have the youth center, so there's a lot of activity there. The students really value their time, I think, at the library, and it's great seeing youth at the library. We got all people from all different ages, all across the spectrum. I really enjoy that too.
Yeah, it's fun starting to discover who are the regulars and starting to get to know them.
Oh yeah, that's happened. Yeah, that has definitely happened.
Well, we're going to talk a lot more about all of the programs and fun stuff at the Menchaca Road branch.
The wonderful Menchaca branch.
In the meantime, we're going to listen to a little bit of a audio clip from Patty Cook. She's talking about some of the youth programs over there at Menchaca, and then we're going to have a few announcements, and then we'll get Kalila talking more about the kinds of things people love about the Menchaca Road branch.
Yep.
Now, Patty, what kind of cool stuff do you do for the kids here at the library? Do you have like some special programs?
We do. We have a lot of different kinds of programs here at Menchaca. So we do story time. We do all ages story time on Thursdays. And then we also do a pajama story time where we just have fun at night for all the kids that maybe can't come during the day.
Ooh, and they get to wear their pajamas, I'm taking.
They can. They don't have to, but a lot of them do.
Now, Patty, do you ever do anything with music here at the library?
We do. We have a program called Music and Movement. It's where we read a book that is a movement-oriented book, and we act it out, and then we turn on the music. And we might shake our bells, we might shake our shakers, we've got scarves and ribbons, we even have rhythm sticks.
You've got scarves?
We have scarves.
Can you show me these scarves?
I can show you those
Really?
scarves. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Here. Would you like to hold a scarf?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
All right. Now, can we do a song with these?
We can do a song.
All right. Let's. What's the song called?
Well, it is called Popcorn Kernels, and it is one of my favorite storytime songs.
All right. Let's hear it.
All right. It goes like this. Popcorn kernels in the pot. In the pot, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, till they pop, till they pop.
Yay! Cool.
And we also do Lego Labs once a month where the kids can come in and they can play with a whole bunch of different kinds of Legos. build all sorts of creations right out of their mind. And then we also have magnet tiles that they could play with, or a marble run, and castle building blocks too.
Wow, so much cool stuff to play with. More than books at the library.
Co-op Radio, in partnership with the Alamo Drafthouse, proudly presents a free concert with Candace Bellamy on Saturday, July 22nd at 8 p.m. at the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema at Mueller, 1911 Aldrich Street. Candace Bellamy brings her unique blend of blues, soul, and R&B to Alamo Drafthouse new specialty bar, Barrel of Fun, which offers live music, craft beers, spirits, DJ sets, and more. Information about the concert and Co-op's monthly music events at Alamo Mueller can be found at koop.org. This is Candace Bellamy.
You wanted your way, ask me to take sides, but you don't know.
You're listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and koop.org. Radio for people, not for profit.
The promo you're about to hear is a collaboration between the Austin Public Library's Rooster Teeth's Elizabeth Maxwell and teen library patron Cade.
You're not a very good dancer.
Sorry, Beauty. I'm trying, but I never learned.
This is supposed to be romantic.
I can't waltz, but I can twerk like a boss.
Maybe you should have read a book on dancing before reading my story.
Hey, I'm doing my best, all right?
All right. You don't have to be such a beast about it.
Looking for an adventure? Your Austin Public Libraries have pages and pages to fall into. And with the summer reading program, there's even more to explore, with exciting events and cool prizes. Adventure begins with a book this summer at the Austin Public Libraries. More details at www.austinsummerreading.org.
My name is Blair Parsons, and I'm a reference librarian at the Falk Central Library. Each week, I highlight a few programs for adults that are happening around the Austin Public Library. Our full list of programs may be found on the library's events calendar. Saturday, July 15th, the Cepeda Branch Library will host Marika Alvarado for Traditional Healing, Limpias and Candles. Marika will discuss the use of candles in spiritual healing and demonstrate how to make a healing candle. The program will be from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Saturday, July 15th at the Cepeda Branch Library. In 1951, the North Austin Lions reached the final of the Little League World Series. They were the first and only Austin team to reach the Little League World Series, and Sunday afternoon, July 16th, members of the North Austin Lions will gather at the Austin History Center for an afternoon of baseball stories. The program begins at 2 o'clock, Sunday, July 16th, at the Austin History Center.
All right. Welcome back to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Just before we left for those announcements, at the very beginning, we listened to an audio excerpt of the Van Show. Van is a pretty wild character. He goes out to all the author events and conferences.
He's a puppet.
He's a puppet. I wasn't going to call him out for that. It's not a fault of his.
He's blue.
He's blue, but he's happy. And he gets to interview all kinds of great authors, and they're really fun. And you can see more episodes of The Van Show on the library's YouTube page. Details can be found at library.austintexas.gov/van.
Yeah, and let's get back to our conversation with Kalila Mangum from the Manchaca Road branch.
Hi.
Hey. So you were telling us a little bit about kind of the South Austin neighborhood that is served by the Manchaca Road branch and some of the different people that use that library.
Yeah, I've lived in South Austin for 7 years, 7 of the 8 years I've been in Austin. And so I almost feel like it's fate that I ended up at the Manchaca Road Library. I've been watching kids grow up since I've been there. I definitely have a set of regulars that you see at the library, people you start to see all the time. You develop a relationship with them, and there's all kinds of diversity. I feel like the Manchaca Road Library is a sort of microcosm. It just represents such a diverse community, and you have musicians and working class and children and seniors. I mean, you have it all really at South Austin. It keeps it fresh and exciting, and you feel like I'm tied to something.
Certainly. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of old Austin still left there. That
You really
feeling
feel that, the old authentic Austin. And I hear stories too from people that have been there for decades, and I love it. Never gets old. You've seen it, and we've all seen Austin changing lately.
Right.
So it's you're constantly getting a new perspective and an old perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all have a lot of regulars, like people that come in every week, every day, every day. Yeah, I mean, we have really a relationship with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Basically,
that's so special.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part a lot of people don't get when they're not at the library every day, to see these regulars that come in and how much it means to them, even just to have that place for 20 minutes after school or between a job interview.
Yes.
Somewhere to just recollect themselves, get some confidence before they go back to doing what they do.
Plug in, use a little Wi-Fi, not have to like go somewhere and purchase a thing to be able to, anyway.
All the things we love.
Yes.
So what kinds of services are like really popular there? Like what do people love about your branch, Menchaca Road branch?
Definitely lots of computer use and the Wi-Fi. So if people are coming in, fixing their resumes, trying to look for jobs, trying to create ads on Craigslist, or trying to complete mortgage applications. It varies, but I end up helping a lot of these people that haven't used computers a lot in the past, or just aren't able to use certain type of programs. And it's really rewarding for me to see these customers come in and feel a success. Like, you can hear it in their voice how grateful they are when you help them with these. And also our youth programs are just pretty awesome this summer. Yeah, lots of activity.
Summer reading program, yeah.
Yeah, and the adults are participating a lot this year, which is very exciting.
Yeah, have you guys been able to hand out many of the prizes yet?
Yes, I get very excited when I get to hand out those prizes.
Those little, so you're getting cards turned in from the
Yes,
summer
we're
reading
getting
program?
those.
Sweet.
Yep, they're coming in.
People are writing down what they're reading and they're sharing it with the library. That's so exciting.
It is exciting. But yeah, we also have music programs and author signings. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, we try to do a lot of this stuff spread out through all the city. And each neighborhood definitely is its own. So it's nice. Some programs you'll find specifically at a branch that you won't find at another.
Right.
But I mean, ultimately, we try to bring a wide variety of entertainment everywhere, all across the city, all these different branches. And Menchaca's definitely one of those that's on board with trying to get a lot of programming out there.
Y'all have had successful author programs and other film program. I know you did a screening of Derby movie a few years back, and kind of different types of programming for your diverse customers, right?
Yeah, that was exciting. Yeah, the Derby program really was. I'm excited to see the future programs, and we get different kinds of people come in all the time, and it's really exciting.
Do people ask you for book recommendations a lot? Like, hey, I just finished this and I'm looking, or can you recommend something to read, or is that?
They do. Whenever I get those questions, it means I'm able to go into the stacks and use my imagination and creativity, which I love doing. Whether it's helping children or their parents or people my age. There's definitely a bit of that going on.
Yeah.
So for the uninitiated, the stacks, that's the rows and rows of books at the library.
I threw that out there.
One of my
library speak.
I would say one of my favorite things was like seeing somebody interested in something and then it clicking in me that, there's all these other assets of this particular genre that they're looking at. I wonder if they know about them. And I love just giving people more information about, like, did you know this person's in this movie, or you like this musician, they're on this album, or they used to be in this band, and people get so excited, like, really, I had no idea. And it's even greater when you have all that material there and you can, like, they went to leave with 3 items, now you're loading them up with 7. And
yeah, I have customers school me on band history, which does not get old. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool.
And people check out a lot of CDs at the Menchaca Road branch as
well?
They
do, tons. Yeah, myself included. Yeah, it's great to see new albums coming out. it's awesome.
Yeah, and the Austin Public Library, a lot of people don't know this, but we definitely go out of our way to like feature local music, local authors, not just in our programs, but in our collections. So we have all that stuff for the public to check out. And I'm sure the Montauk Road branch is no exception to that. Lots of local music, local authors.
Yeah.
All our good old South Austinites that we love.
Yeah, we've got a great local and Texas section in our music. So.
Hit pretty often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you get to use your video store experience, like recommending movies to customers who want to find something to watch on DVD or whatever?
Normally, they're pretty good at doing that themselves, but yeah, that does happen where you go down this wormhole. Like, well, did you know that actor was in this series or was making this movie, and we have this, and show. Yeah, it can get. Pretty in-depth. So I'm trying to spend a lot of time suggesting movies. I could do that all day.
And like, here's the book, here's the movie, here's the music, the soundtrack. We have it all at the library.
Yeah. And we don't want to ruin anybody's privacy, but I'm just curious. You don't have to say any names, but you ever notice anybody semi-famous or local icons that come in regularly there? Because I know that a lot of our branches, we have some pretty amazing people that surprise the staff that they're in their neighborhood.
Yeah, I bet. I think that's one of the cool things about Austin is there's definitely a celebrity presence, but we all keep it pretty cool around celebrity,
I think that's why they like it
that
here.
and appreciate it,
Yes.
Yeah, we're not running up to them with our phones immediately.
Yeah.
Sign this book, I don't know. I'm going to check this out. Can you just sign it?
Don't do this at home, folks.
That's not recommended.
Wow, this has been really great. We've got Kalila Mangum here in the studio. We've been talking about the Montauk Road branch and the community that uses it. This is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and streaming at koop.org. Details about the show at library.austintexas.gov/volumes. We're just about out of time in this segment. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about yourself or about the Montauk Road branch?
I'm just happy to be, I feel like I'm part of a family now and a community with Austin Public Library.
Yeah.
And so do the customers. So I want that to keep going. And
that's definitely the most important
We
part.
are a family. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming. And we're not done with you yet. We're going to have some announcements, and then we're going to come back and you can talk about your summer reading.
Yeah.
Great.
That cool story that or series that we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
But hang on tight and we'll come back and talk about that some more.
Are there any parents looking for fun things to do with your kids? 2 of our expert youth librarians are going to tell us about upcoming events that are part of the summer reading program for children and teens, and of course adults. We already heard that.
This is Ann Minner, branch librarian at the Old Quarry Branch. I get to highlight a few Austin Public Library events happening for children this summer. It can get really hot in Austin during the summer. That's why we've planned several family-friendly movie showings. The seats are comfy and the air conditioner is on. We will be showing Moana on July 13th at 2 p.m. at the Carver Branch, Lego Batman on July 19th at 4 p.m. at the Cepeda Branch, The Secret Life of Pets on July 22nd at 2 p.m. at the University Hills Branch, and August 8th at 2 p.m. at the Old Quarry Branch. The Good Dinosaur on July 27th at 2 p.m. at the Carver Branch, Storks on July 27th at 2 p.m. at the Old Quarry Branch, and July 29th at 2 p.m. at the University Hills Branch. Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 version, on August 5th at 2 p.m. at the Windsor Park Branch, and Sing on August 8th at 6:30 p.m. at the Twin Oaks Branch. More details about family-friendly films at the Austin Public Library are at library.austintexas.gov/events.
Hey there, Austin. Teen Program Specialist Michael Harley from the Downtown Falk Central Library here. If you've ever gone to a convention in your life, and I'm talking anime, movies, comics, that sort of fandom event, but you've never gone in costume? Then you've only had half the experience. The library is pulling out the wigs and fabric to help teens get suited up for their next costumed event, be it a convention, contest, party, or just looking your best for Halloween. As part of the That's So Fandom series, teens can style wigs, sew costumes, and build props at the costume demo and workshop, sponsored by Anime Austin. All supplies will be provided, but participants are welcome to bring their own materials, costume pieces, and props to work on. The cosplay demo and workshop will take place at the University Hills branch on Saturday, July 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. More details for these and additional programs can be found at library.austintexas.gov/events. More details for Teen Summer Reading can be found at austinsummerreading.org.
Support comes from Slab Barbecue and Beer with 2 locations, north at 9012 Research Boulevard and now at the Y in Oak Hill, featuring barbecue styles from across the Dirty South, including Memphis, the Carolinas, Alabama, and Texas. For catering, online ordering, or more info, you may visit dopebbq.com.
You're listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and KOOP.org. Radio for people, not for profit. Start your weekend with The Dead every Saturday at 9 a.m. with Graveside Service, the show of music and fun about dead celebrities. Heard only on your community radio station, KOOP, Hornsby, Austin.
The promo you're about to hear is a collaboration between the Austin Public Library's Rooster Teeth's Elizabeth Maxwell and teen library patron Stephanie.
Watson, this is it. This is the clue we've been looking for.
Oh, surely good, Sherlock. Pip, pip, and cheerio.
Wait a moment. Who are you?
I'm Watson.
I'm afraid the evidence indicates otherwise.
What do you mean, Sherlock?
Well, for one, that mustache of yours is fake.
Ow!
And my colleague, Watson, is a male.
Well, maybe you need to be a little bit more open-minded. After all, I already figured out the murderer's identity on page 5.
Page 5? Impressive.
I think you mean elementary.
Looking for an adventure? Your Austin Public Libraries have pages and pages to fall into. And with this summer reading program, there's even more to explore, with exciting events and cool prizes. More details are at www.austinsummerreading.org.
That's right, and welcome back to Volumes. Again, we've been talking with Kalila Mangum all dang day, and it's been a great show.
Hi.
And you wanted to talk about your current reading project for the summer.
Yes, my current reading project. I have recently fallen in love with the graphic novel series called Preacher.
That's right. Preacher started, I think, created by Garth Ennis. I think the final one was published back in 2000. So a little bit of an older series.
Yeah, it's a little dated now, but still very entertaining.
Still very entertaining.
Very relevant, I think.
Yeah, so like you, opposite of you, I had a friend give me the books, and I started reading. I think I got 3 volumes in of the main collection. I think there's overall like 9 issues, but there's they then put them all in collectives of books. And when I heard they were coming out with a series, Seth Rogen was going to make a series on AMC, first thought I had was, how are they going to even touch the violence in this thing?
Yeah. So I saw the TV show first, and that's what inspired me to start reading the graphic novels. And I'm not a graphic novel person. I want to preface that. I've never picked up graphic novels. It didn't really interest me that much. But when I saw the show, I was like, oh my God, I don't want this to end. I have to know more. And imagine Western, sci-fi, horror, fantasy, but with that perfect touch of black humor that really takes the viewer or reader into the world without being too scary, but it's great.
Yeah, it touched on a lot of things I feel like that were hot topics in the 90s of like, there's a little bit of the ghost aspect, there's a little bit of demons and God and all that stuff, but then there's also some science fiction and there's monsters, and it runs the gamut, and it's seeming like it's put together so well.
It really is, and I can't help it being a native Texan. I've got to fall in love with that character.
Yeah.
Jesse Custer.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
I'm going to step in and have to cut you guys off. The graphic novel Preacher is available from the library's catalog and can be found at library.austintexas.gov/volumes. There is a link on the page called Recommended on the Air that has all the details. Thanks a lot to Kalila Mangum.
Thank you.
And thanks to our hardworking volunteers, Sev Corson and Federico Pacheco, keeping us on time.
Thanks,
Stay
guys.
tuned to 91.7 FM and KOOP.org for Rock and Roll Pest Control, high-octane rock, metal, and punk music. Thanks for listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Special thanks to our producer, DJ Harris, and to the musicians who composed and performed our original theme song, Andrew Noble on violin, Kirk Duvall on guitar, and Mike Wheat on percussion. And thanks to you, our listeners. Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, airs Wednesday afternoons at 2:30 on Co-op 91.7 FM and KOOP.org. If you catch us mid-show, full episodes and other details can be found at library.austintexas.gov/volumes.